All right, good morning. So what's the market? Market's pretty mixed. There's quite a bit of news and stocks popping up. Let me get on my 2 minute and get ready here for market open. It looks a little barcodey. Good morning, One Life. And so far, we've not seen the market drop like I thought it was going to. The stimulus seems to have helped. As yields have dropped. What's up, Daniel B? Good morning, buddy. Let's see, let me check what the yields are. They said they eased. I'm just curious to see what they eased to. What the hell is that? That's not a... Let's see. Oh, I'm hitting these ads. That's why. Here we go. So let's see what the 10 years at today. Well, that's not eased. It's at 1.62. As long as this keeps going up, I'm going to get more and more skeptical of the market. But I read that they eased, and they're definitely not eased. I mean, if you call a 0.02 cent easing. So I don't know. We'll see what happens at market open. QQQ, which is the NASDAQ, still kind of in the downtrend. It's coming up right now. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the market open. There's a lot of different plays right at the moment. KNF looking pretty decent. It's above everything. Above all indicators, above all the chart resistance, actually at the top of the chart. But they did a licensing deal. Which is always good news. Let's see, this is what I'm interested in a lot here because FinTech started trading. Yeah, it's back trading. eToro is going to go public through this FTCV. So this is going to be eToro. So actually, and eToro is a pretty big crypto platform. So this could get some attention. If it starts coming up right here at market open, I'm going. I'm going. So a lot of volume coming in, but it's a struggle. A lot of buying that was coming in on the time and sales, but it didn't do. It just stopped right at 12.75. Only going on 10 shares, so I'm not risking a lot, but this ought to get some hype. There we go. Now it's starting to push back up. That's what I was looking for. See where we got we got a lot of resistance at 13. So if it can break 13, and let's see, 1350. This is FTCV. eToro is listing as FTCV. Just announced today. And eToro is one of the bigger crypto platforms in America. It got rejected it did get rejected at 13, so it may come back down a little bit. We do have this little bit of an uptrend. If it can stay on this uptrend. Yeah, look at that. Buyers bought it right up off the uptrend. Alright, I'm going to look around while this is kind of doing its thing. I'll keep an eye up at it at the top of my list there. FTCV. Here, I'll type it in the chat for you. And I could be wrong about this. It may not get a big move, but I would expect it to. So a downtrend's right like that. Well, we know it's that 13 area that's tough, where it's got to break over. It's starting to come down a little bit more. It's kind of cracking that little trend line at the moment. Are you joking or are you serious, Daniel B? Because I don't know. See, where's the bottom at? The bottom's at 1178. Let's see, is the SPY dumping? Let's see, SPY is not sure what that's gonna do yet. FTCV still dropping. Ethereum. Looks like it's trying to find a bottom at 1234. Yeah, bid stacking there. See what else we got going on. I'm gonna let that ride for a little bit. Zom's cracking its trend line. Oh, SSY, this is the one that was on the trend line, bouncing off pretty nicely there. $1.20 move so far. ENVB. Coming up to the 100-day. Quite a bit of resistance ahead of it. Kind of in this little triangle. I may add here on FTCV. 1250 starts looking like it's going to hold up pretty strong. Yeah, all those candles held above 1250. We're still we're still below the trend line. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes before I decide to add. Well, maybe not. Let's see here. Starting to try to push back above that little trend line. Good morning, Jamie. I'm gonna give that a few more minutes. Oh damn, ENVB starting to pop out of this triangle. Oops. $477's pre-market high. I'm gonna give that some time too. GameStop's still selling off today, so we can take that off. Is TRM just going sideways at the moment, but they do have some decent PR as well. Okay, SFET looks like garbage. SGLB selling off. MDGS actually not looking too bad. Got a break over 270. She got a bit of a double bottom there, so that may be a possible play. Let's see, FTC. See, it's trying to get back above this trend line. Buyers are trying to push it up. I'm tempted to add. I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer. I want to see it break this current downtrend of selling. VV starting to curl over. AMC selling off too. I'm going to take it off. I'm going to take some off too. Big sell off on it. So let's see. FTCV still holding up so far. When did that PR come out? So we're not getting a ton of volume yet. There's only a little bit of volume. I was expecting quite a bit more volume, but maybe buyers waiting for 13 to break before they really get in here. See what this candle does. I'm getting stopped. $12.65 area. The downtrend did break, but we're still below the uptrend line. I'm going to add 5 more shares here. Bring my cost down to $12.71. If it can break back above this trend line, could get going. You could be right, Daniel B, but it's held up $12.50 so far. Okay, so actually got more of a downtrend like this. So there's a lot of buyers holding up at $12.50. It may try to come back down to this 1240 area. See, these buyers are starting to get taken out at 12.50. See if they can hold it up here. I'll take this line out for a second because we're in this little triangle. Oh damn, I'm in 20 shares. I thought I was in 15. Why does Thinkorswim keep doing that? I know for sure I put 5 in. $12.50 still trying to hold. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see this dropping. I'll be surprised if this drops. So eToro's a $1 billion company. And anybody who's holding FinTech gets a little deal of the merger. There's just not a lot of volume in this yet. I think because I've not seen anywhere about eToro going to do this. I don't think the rest of the market is that aware of this. So it may take a little bit of time for people to catch it, but I don't see. So there's a lot of selling going through, but it isn't doing much. Like 12.50 is holding up pretty strong. Be damn, the market's pushing up, new high. So the stimulus money is holding the markets up. This may crack. If this does not start breaking soon, this is going to crack. There we go. Need to start pushing back up. Need to get over that 1270 area. Alright, let's give that a little time. Jesus, that thing really ripped. Can possible U-shape, but still too early to tell. And SISY went ballistic. Can't touch it right now. EMVB is curling over. SOS still selling off. I'm going to take that off. ANCN starting to pop up. What's MDGS doing? Nothing. Nothing. Oh man, maybe that's what it was. I wasn't hitting enter. Maybe I put the 5 in but didn't actually set it. It's a very good possibility. And 13 is the big resistance line. But we need to get out of this 1250 area. It needs to get up in the 1275 area again. Start testing that. It's not a lot of volume. Let me see what the overall downtrend looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna take this little triangle out because we can see the overall downtrend. That's where it's getting held up at right at the moment. It's got to break back above the overall downtrend, which is around 1280. So it could sell. I could start selling off because it is having a hard time getting above the downtrend. Unfortunately, yeah, KNF was possibly going to be a play later. See, SSY is bull flagging. Possibly. It's up 240% though. Trying to, I don't know, getting this flag may be a little sketchy because it is up so high. Oh, it looks like FTCV cracked. Yeah, it cracked 1250 finally. Getting rejected off that downtrend. Ooh, big buyer just came in there at 1240, and yeah, this is pushing right back up to 1250. Let's see if he can stay in there. Yeah, he stayed in there. Okay. Let's see here. This may start moving. I'm gonna go. Oh, no, I'm not. There we go. I got 10 shares in there. So if I can grab 10 more. There we go. So I got a little cost average at 680. Let's see if it can pop up out of this bull flag or not. But like I said, this may be too high up. 240% is really high up. Ooh, that's a little ugly push there. That candle needs to come back up quickly. So right there's the flag. The bottom of it. It wasn't. It was a sideways bottom, not a sloping bottom. I'm gonna fix that. So I'm trying to pop up now. Here it goes. Let's see. Oh, nope. Got held up at 675. It's got to break over 7. Which is why I hopped in there when I did, because it was coming up to 7. See, here it goes. Boom. Starting to break. Oh, still getting held up at 7. Let's see. Can it break strong here? Get a strong break. Oh. Yeah, here we... Oh, maybe. Still a lot of selling above us. Still getting held up at 7, though. Getting pushed right back down. And this is all over the place at the current moment. And we're still in this flag. Damn, that looked like that was going to break right there. It just went up to 716 and that was it, but now it may crack. Ooh, hold on. Get back to 20 shares so I can get out of this if this does crack. FTCV down at 1230. A lot of selling at 660. That needs to get taken out soon. Let's see. Let me redraw this trend, this downtrend line. Hey, we may be getting ready to crack here. If I can get this damn trend line to go away. There we go. Alright, so the flag's actually more like this. Now the trend line on this is way back down here. So it is way above the trend line. Let's see, FTCV down to 1227. Oh, we just popped up to 680. So if I can break over 680, it may try to test 7 again. That may be the final break. You see buying volume start increasing soon. Right now, like all the volume's kind of decreasing in this triangle here. There you go. Come on. Creep on back up here. Let's get over 7. You know you want to. Ooh, big seller just came in there. That may kill this. Was it slow yesterday? I was busy with my CPA, so I didn't really have a chance to look at the market. $650 still trying to hold. This flag is acting like it's going to go all the way to the tip before it does something. This is extremely low float too, so this thing could go either direction very, very quickly. It's only 6 million in float. Here we go, coming back up to 7 now. Nope. Testing that 7. Ooh. Big rejection there at 7. I'm about to hop out of this. Try and give it half a second to see if it's going to push back up in the triangle, but it's not looking good. Getting rejected hard at 7. That's what I was just saying. This is so low flow, it could turn around in just a second. Trying to see if they're going to push it back up into the flag before I hop out. I'm getting very close to hopping out. This is about to, ooh yeah, this is about to dump. Very, very close to dumping. See, 575 is trying to hold us some support. If that cracks, it's going to be done. This triangle is done. I'm gonna put a stop loss right there. Probably gonna get stopped out unless it starts pushing back up. We're getting very close to a dump, and I don't want to risk any more than I'm already risking, so. What does this market look like right now? Oh, very mixed. Looks like it's starting to roll. What the hell is going on? Because the SPY seems like it's up. Yeah, the SPY's up. QQQ's up. Why's the market so mixed if both of those are up? Let's see, FTCV still hanging in there. Still on this little downtrend, but looks like it's possibly trying to build a higher low right there. Very close to getting stopped out. SOSY is trying to hold, or SSY is trying to hold up. Oh, I'm about to get stopped out. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah. So failed breakout there, which that was my concern. Like I said, it was up 240%, so that's pretty big, but I had to take a shot on that triangle or that flag. See, FTCV is bouncing off of that. So we got a wonky market because the SPY and QQQ going up. It shouldn't look like this. Because look at the names that are still green: Microsoft, Apple, Google, Facebook. Few other ones: PayPal, Nvidia, Intel, Amazon, but most of the rest of the market is red. So all it is just those 5 or 6 companies holding up the SPY. Oops. I'm very skeptical. I'm very skeptical about this market. We've got some really weird stuff going on. So a decent little loss there on SSY. See if FTCV can ever get any volume. That's the only thing that's keeping FTCV from ripping. It's just not getting any volume, which is really strange. Let's see if Bitcoin's dropping. And Bitcoin's still at 55. Still, eToro is a billion-dollar company, so. Alright, well, it's just moving slow. Yeah, SSY continuing to drop out of that flag, so that's pretty much done. ANCN halted, kind of going straight up. STRM, possible play there, trying to break 3. If that can break 3, that could get going. Oh, there it goes right now, starting to break 3. AMDGS not doing anything. STRM got rejected. Got rejected right there. That 315-ish area. So you got resistance from 3 to 315. It needs to break 315 to really get going. See, am I missing anything else? JIL is a little rip. Archon a little rip. Not much volume there. NZ looks a little wonky. UEC Uranium Energy. That possibly could get going if it could break 3, a little bit higher float. So it may not be the fastest mover, but not a lot of volume. Yeah, we're in a weird market. This is very strange. Well, FTZV coming back up to the downtrend. Give me just a second, guys. I'm going to take a quick little break because it looks like FTCV may start moving. I'll be right back. So really testing this downtrend right at the moment. 1250 acting as resistance. Very nice, Orlando. Very nice. On STRM, very nice. Would you buy it off of that trend line? I think that was the one with the trend line in pre-market. No. Was just bought it off that support right there. Maybe you bought the U-shape kind of break. So we are kind of getting rejected there. Just still not a lot of buying coming in yet. It broke the resistance. Nice. Good job. You're doing better than me today already. So it's not a high bar, but still, it's better. you, nice big profits. Good job. You see, we got a lot of selling at that 1250 area now, at the downtrend. So may get rejected and come back down to 1225 again. See, it looks like STRM is coming back, possibly for another test of that 3 to 315 area. ANC selling off, but that is ugly looking on ENVB. KNF is stair stepping down. There's not a lot going on. There's a couple of decent pops. The biggest one was SSY. I'm just wondering how much longer it's going to take for retail traders to realize that FTCV is going to be eToro. we're starting to try to push above the downtrend now. See, it's a little seller sitting at 1252. Let me see him get taken out there. There he goes. He got taken out. We're starting to push up, breaking out of the downtrend. See if buying volume keeps coming in here all the way up to 1270 so far. How this downtrend break. Ooh, Lord, there's a huge seller. It's 20,000 shares sitting at 1265. If he can hang in there, this thing should push up. Yeah, right there he is. See if he can hold in there. It's a lot of shares to take out. Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be hard to take out. The sellers have already had a hard time pushing this down like it did. So we gotta get over 1280 to show some strength, and then 13 at the break of 13. That's probably when it's gonna get pretty crazy. That's what I'm thinking. See, buying starting to come back in. We're starting to push over 1280, 1290. Come on, FSTV. Or FTCV. Whatever your name is. eToro. The big buyer moved up to 1280. He got taken out. So the 13's still acting pretty strong. So we got close. We got, where did we get to? 1291. We got close to 13 before it got rejected. But you can see buying volume starting to increase. $12.80 acting as a little resistance still. Got 8 seconds. I'd like to see this candle close over $12.80. Closed right at it. It looks like we're starting to warm up. FTCV is starting to heat up a little bit. Yeah, we are all over the place on this candle. 1280 is trying to hold as support now. If 1280 can keep holding as support and we keep testing 13, we should get the break. But we do need to see a little bit more buying volume come in here. Got a little selling there. So if we don't break here soon, if this candle or the next candle doesn't push up, then we'll probably come back down to that 1250 area again. Have to consolidate some more. But we need to break over 13 on this candle or the next candle. Needs to get over 1280 right now. 1280 is being difficult. There it goes. Come on, just a little bit more. Let's get spicy today. It's not a frisky market. It's a weird market. So let's get spicy. Let's get real spicy here. Let's get Carolina Reaper hot. Or at least, if not Carolina Reaper hot, let's at least get Chipotle red sauce hot. You see the buy-in is starting to come in here. If we break over, if we can get over 13, I think we'll see this go crazy. Looks like we're gonna test. Maybe. Now we're over that downtrend, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. But we do have a nice uptrend that has started. We just got to get through this 13 area. So may come back down to the trend line unless this candle can hold above this 1265. Well, never mind. So another rejection at 13. Alright, well, QQQ is out of that, out of the downtrend. SPY is still pushing up. See, STRM trying to break that 315. ANCN coming up. So it looks like it's trying to hold this 1260 support. Never mind. Disregard that. It's cracking 1250. There it goes. Okay, well, maybe it is trying to hold this 1260. I don't know what the hell this is doing. This thing is all over the place. But we're going to have to consolidate a little bit more. Kind of curl back up. Come back up to that 13 and test. Boy, the buy-in is starting to come in, though. I mean, it's really trying to push this up here after that sell-off. So this candle's got 20 seconds left. See if it can keep pushing up or not and close green. Nope, looks like it's going to close red. Oh, maybe it's going 2 seconds, let's see. Okay, it did close green. Yeah, this thing is all over the place. This is CCIV. Let's go take a look at it while this is doing its thing. Yeah, CCIV looking pretty decent. Above all indicators. If it could break that 35 area, it could really get going, but you do have a nice uptrend on that. Nice slow uptrend. I think what we may be seeing on FTCV is the hedge funds. Some of them are probably wanting in this, and they're trying to hold the prices down so they can load up. We haven't even touched 13 yet. Even on that first candle at market open, it stopped right at 12.98. But there's slow, consistent buying coming into this, trying to keep it up. We may go for this test. Sellers at 12.90. Let's see if they get taken out. Yep, yeah, we're through 12.90. Let's see what 13 looks like. Come on, you're almost there. Let's see. Are we gonna get spicy? Like we are real close to getting spicy. Selling at $12.95, keeps holding it down. You may have to pull back one more time, maybe down in that 12.70 area. Unless buyers can hold it up right here and get it above 12.90. So it did pull back down to 12.75. Yeah, there it is. There's some support trying to hold there. We need to actually get a test of 13 here soon. If we don't get a test and actually see 13 on the ask, that'll be a little bit concerning. But I think we're going to get it. Let's see right here. Let's see if this candle pushes up. If we don't break that 13 soon, this is probably going to come back down to this trend line at 12.30. And maybe 12.50. Kramer was talking about CCIV. Still slowly building up, but it's having a little issue too breaking out at the moment. Let's see. CEO of FinTech is currently interviewing on CNBC. Let's see. Let's give that some time. Look around. KNF still nothing. SSY nothing really. Let's see. ENVB cracking hard. I'm gonna take it off the watch list. CCIV starting to try to come up. Bounced off that trend line right there. STRM finally breaking 315, but barely making a move out of that. ANCN, you got a possible, well, no, the trend line's more like right there, so that cracked that trend line. That's pretty much done. There's a possibility I may end up holding this all day. SPY curling over there. See what kind of news we got on the SPY while we're waiting. Goldman saying on retail sales, the report was fairly positive overall despite the weak headline. That sounds like fluffing. US market index is down. Business inventories are down, which either means people are buying a lot of stuff or they're having problems with manufacturing. Not sure. Huh. Well, that's what I was saying. I may end up holding these shares. Because I don't see eToro being valued any lower than this. Like eToro is a pretty big company. Like I said, they grew quite a bit. Let's see here. $800 million in cash on its balance sheet after closing. In 2020, European market represented 70% of funded accounts. America region was only 8% of funding accounts. Revenue of $650 million in 2020. Compounded growth 78%. Is estimated to hit $1 billion revenue. I don't know, what are you talking about, a snowball scenario? Sales is down more than 25%. I don't know where you're getting that number from, Daniel B, because Bitcoin just ran the 60s, over 60,000. I highly doubt their sales are down. That doesn't make much sense. Yeah, this is probably going to move slow throughout the day. So I'll probably just end up holding this. It is coming back down at the moment, but it looks like it's just going to come back down to the trend line. Pop into a 5-minute. Oh no, I'm on a 15-minute. Okay. It's been. See, here's the thing, though. There's been a lot of selling. You see all the selling volume through here, but it's not dropped that much. So it's holding pretty decently well. It just needs buying volume. One Life, you went to the mall yesterday that was busy? Well, everybody got their stimulus checks too, so you know that. I mean, people are going to be out spending that stimulus money. People's all about spending the monies. This market is so wonky. The SPY is still trying to push up. AQQQ both trying to push up. Doesn't make sense, but whatever. Everything priced at 1,400 now. What are you talking? What are you talking about, Jamie? What are you referring to? Craigslist marketplace? What do you mean everything's over 1,400? Tattoos, booze. Everybody, everybody, everybody's selling things for people's stimulus checks. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking. That's what I was saying earlier. They're gonna spend that money. They're gonna spin, spin, spin. STRM making a nice move, finally breaking that 315 area up to 350 so far. But slow move. It broke, but very slow move. CCIV still running straight up that trend line. It's moving slow as well. SSY still selling off. I think Jamie was saying free money. It's money they didn't earn. But yeah, it's definitely not free. I was just talking about this with one of my friends last night, explaining it to him. All you gotta do is think about this. Gas prices, November, at least in my area, were 70 cents cheaper than they are now. So if you got a stimulus check, whenever you got the last stimulus check, that check is going to buy less gas today than it bought last year. Same with groceries and everything else. Because it's inflationary. And the prices of everything else seem like they're going up, but it's actually the value of the dollar that is going down. Which, with bond yields being up, the market should be going down as well, but the market is doing its own thing because the feds are trying their best to manipulate things. I wouldn't say a blanket statement like that, Daniel B. I wouldn't say all poor people are stupid because they're bad with money. Not everybody's poor because they're bad with money. Now, a good majority, sure, I'll agree with you, but there are some people who just can't get ahead in life. They'll be good people and try to save money and invest and do what they can, but something will just always come up and they just get continually hit. So we got a little Doja Star. Volume's slowly dying off on this, but as long as it holds up, I don't care. Volume eventually will come up. STRM up to 370. So we'll give the stream about, I don't know, 15, 20 more minutes. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, or ideas, get those in. I'm probably going to end up swinging this, or at least holding throughout the day to see if it ever gets any buying attention. And then after the stream, John has done a video of his top 17 picks for pot stocks for Mexico legalization. That's an interesting video, especially if you're a pot stock investor. It's one you're going to want to check out. Sean's got some pretty good due diligence in that video. Yeah, I'm not surprised at that at all, Daniel B. That's how they keep hoodooing the American people, is these big corporations and stuff are over leveraged because the government bails them out. This stimulus package that just passed, I think's got bailouts for the airlines, for American Airlines and a couple other way overly leveraged companies, but they know inflation's going up, so they take the loan out now to pay the bonuses or whatever, and then another 6 months of them paying a little minimum payment. And as inflation continues to go up, they're actually going to be paying less money back than they borrowed. This goes back to what I was saying. If your stimulus check bought a bunch of gas last year, now the stimulus check is going to be buying less gas. So they're basically taking the loan out now and plan on paying it back with not deflated but inflated dollars with decreased purchasing power. Just less money they're paying back. It's probably cheaper for them to do it this way because they know inflation's going to hit. I posted on Facebook too, I watched Kevin O'Leary on CNBC warning of inflation, and the girl he was debating against just kept saying, oh, the mothers, the stimulus bill helped the mothers. He's like, that's fine, I don't care about helping the mothers, I care about the other 50% of the bill that's garbage and trash on bailouts. And they're like, no. It's almost $30 an Explorer this morning. I'm telling you, gas prices, I've been keeping an eye on it since the whole pandemic. I was expecting them to shoot up pretty high last year, and they didn't. But now with Biden's admin joining the OPEC and all of that, the climate Paris Accord, there's going to be a carbon tax coming soon. That carbon tax is going to punish everybody with gasoline cars and give tax credits to anybody with electric cars. So basically, if you got a gasoline car, you're going to be giving money to people with electric cars. And it's designed to push everybody to electric cars. But, some people can't afford just to go out and buy a Tesla. So they're going to end up getting hit with some heavy taxes for having their gas car that they need to get to work. Yeah, of course, small investors can't. They always want to, they say it's always the regulation is for our protection, and then they ended up screwing us all over. Get you a Lucid? I don't know what you mean. But yeah, there's a lot of well, I think everybody's mostly adults in here, but there's a lot of fuckery going on. That's what I'll say amongst the Federal Reserve and the government right now. Yeah. Wearing a baseball hat with a solar panel on the brim. So you say that jokingly, but seriously, they're going to be giving tax credits for solar panels on the roofs. There's a lot they're gonna. It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get real weird for everybody here soon. Because just economically, just nothing makes sense economically. Nothing about what they're doing makes sense. And the Fed's acting like everything's hunky dory or whatever. They're just like, we're not too worried about it. There's no inflation when there's obviously inflation. I mean, the little definition of inflation is adding currency to the currency pool. I've not heard of the Lucid EVs. I have to look into those. But I'm telling you guys all this stuff because you can prepare. Because basically what it's going to do is, if you're smart and you figure out what they're doing, they're trying to incentivize with tax credits and stuff like that. They're trying to incentivize for these electric cars and whatnot. And if you're trading or doing any type of business, which trading is a business, you should really probably get an LLC, because corporations are going to get the nice tax benefits. But if you're just working a job, if you're working a 9 to 5 or whatever, you're working 40 hours a week, you are going to be ending up paying taxes to give to people, like I said, for the electric cars and for solar panels and for corporations that are going to get weird tax loopholes. Lithium ion recycling EV? That's interesting. I haven't even heard anything about that. I'll have to check into that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Goldman Sachs going pretty much straight up. Goldman Sachs, though, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Biden's cabinet has 2 or 3 Goldman Sachs members in it. I think I remember reading that. So, I mean, it's not surprising. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong, DB. I'm right there with you. There's, like I said, there's a lot of shenanigans going on right now. And I'm not being political. I'm talking economics. That was kind of like the clip I posted on Facebook where Kevin O'Leary was talking economics, and the woman and the host of the show we're talking politics, and he's like, I'm not talking politics. I'm talking economics. This is not a Republican Democrat thing. This is economic problems. When the bond markets start rising rapidly, which going up 90 points in a couple of months is pretty fast, then that's an indicator that something's going on. So, bad thing is, a lot of people are going to get ruined, but if you're smart and you pay attention, you'll actually be able to make money and get taxed less. But I'm going to start trying to cover that a little bit more on the channel. A couple of videos talking about the stuff going on and value and the currency and all that. Yeah, connect the dots. Exactly. If you follow the money, everything will be clear. Don't let politics blind you, just follow the money. Did anybody see Biden's speech the other night? He said some really sketchy stuff that kind of freaked me out a little bit. Like talking about, we'll tell you what you can and cannot do, and put your trust and faith in the government. I think it was Reagan that said, when you hear I'm the government, I'm here to help, then you run the other way. I think it was Reagan who said that. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, that's scary. It's scary when the government's saying, "Trust me, just trust us. Just do what we say." And then maybe, just maybe, if you listen to us and you comply, maybe you can cook a couple of hot dogs in your backyard with a couple of your family members in July. Like, what? You gonna tell me who I can and can't have at my house? No, I don't think so. So if you didn't see that speech, just go listen to that, because it'll freak you out for sure. Then he's like, I need you. I need you. I need all of you, America. I need you to come to the White House so I can sniff you. I need you. It's creepy. It's a weird speech. Like I said, if you hadn't checked it out, go check it out. That's the new president. It's great times. We need a purge. I don't know if you're joking or not, because I'm not far off from agreeing with that. We just purge the government. We ought to be all right. They're the main problems for a lot of stuff. Oh yeah. No, he's not coming up with that stuff on his own. And he didn't answer any questions. The media started asking questions, and he just turned around and walked away. So he's not speaking unless it's straight off a teleprompter or whatever. So we'll see what happens. I don't, You know, even though the economy's opening back up and we got this stimulus and whatnot, I'm still very skeptical of everything. All the markets, everything. Speaking of, while we're sitting here watching and talking BS, and let me go check out gold, see if the gold has started coming back up. Because gold is at a little bit of a low. And they started gold and silver started rebounding a little bit. See, that's Roscan, right? Yeah, Roscan. Damn, Roscan looks wild. If you like junior miner stocks, this one's an OTC, but this is one to definitely check out. Pretty cheap, around 40 cents. But they've got a lot going on. So gold trying to come back up. Let's see how I see this what old Bitcoin is at. Bitcoin trying to hold 55,000. I think it will. I mean, Bitcoin's still on this nice uptrend. I mean, we did just run to 61,000, so I was not surprised to see a little pullback there. The Great Cleanse. Now, I've got some concerns about crypto too, because I've been doing the abnormal investing videos with the NFTs and stuff like that, and I was trying to get into the OVR auctions, and I had some problems. But I'm gonna be releasing a video on that too, my concerns about some of these cryptos. But the gas fees are astronomical right now. But I'll like I said, I'll be talking about that too. There's a lot of stuff that I need to get put out. A lot of information for people to check out. So there's a lot going on right now. Let's see, FTCV slowly starting to creep its way back up. QQQ starting to curl a little bit. SPY. Yeah. See, look. Yes, indices are trading higher amid strength in Apple. Like the whole indices are trading higher because of Apple. And amid reopening optimism. I'm like, okay. One Life doesn't like talking about any of the crazy economic stuff that's going on. He just likes to day trade and live his life. He ain't worried about nothing. Let's see, we've pushed back up to 1275 so far. Still gonna be slow though. I think this still got a little more time to go before it tries to break out. It could try here, but it may come back down one more time and then curl over. It's looking like probably the next 30 minutes to 2 hours possibly. And this could maybe get going finally. Is a Nobel laureate? I think is it a Nobel laureate or is it a poet laureate? I don't know. Well, alright, guys. I'm going to call it a day. Like I said, I'm just going to keep holding this to see what happens with it the rest of the day. As long as it stays on this trend line, I'm willing to hold it. Just not getting a ton of volume. It got a little bit back there, but that 13 is holding up strong. So until it breaks that 13, big volume's not going to come in. And if you're still trading today, I mean, it's, you know, the market's up, but the only things that really seem to be up are the big boys. Everything else seems to be red, so it seems like a pretty sketchy market. But yeah, I'll let you guys know tomorrow what happened with this. Or when something happens, I'll post a screenshot in the community tab. Show you guys how it ended up. But yeah, you guys have a... I'm starting off, or I'm ending the wrong way. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Till next time.